All right. Welcome everyone in. Wants to get started a little early. If anybody else joins in, that'll be fine. But we'll go ahead and get started with DJ. Anthony, 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 go ahead and start us off, please.
Yeah, thanks for taking some time, DJ. I guess just I know it's a quick turnaround from yesterday's game, but have you gotten to watch any of Houston yet? And if so, just what do you notice about Houston?
So far, we haven't really, as a team, been able to watch them. But personally, I just know they play hard. They're a very well coached team, and just from a little bit of what coach has told us, even yesterday after the game, he said he'll watch a lot more film and then get back to us on it. But just from seeing them, watching them on my own, I know they're a very talented team, and they play very hard, and they're a team that's very well coached that will fight.
Mhm. And obviously, this game you're getting to go back up to New Jersey. Just how excited are you to go close to home for this one?
I'm super excited. It always feels good to go be able to go back home and play. So, I'm super excited just to be able to go back home and, play in front of a lot of my family members and stuff like that. So, I'm very excited and, I'm looking forward to it.
And I know you said you guys haven't had to or gotten to watch a ton of Houston film as a team just yet, but what do you know about Kingston Flemings? I know he's a guy you'll probably have to guard a little bit. Just what do you notice about him just in the little bit of time that you've gotten to watch him?
Uh, like I said, I haven't really got to watch him like a lot like that, but I know that he's a great player. He's a great guard. Can score. Can do a little bit of everything. And it's not going to be easy. He's a great player, but that's what you play for, to play against players like that, and playing games like that. So I think it's going to be very fun just going up against him.
And then last one from me for now, just you've been playing in much more of an off-ball role this season compared to when Boogie got hurt last year and really just down the stretch of last season. Just how much of an adjustment has that been? How do you feel like you're doing there, and what more do you maybe want from yourself as you get closer to conference play?
I wouldn't really say it's like a super big adjustment, just as a basketball player, the team we got, we all hoopers, so it ain't really like a specific position that you play in or nothing like that. So, I mean, I wouldn't say it really has been a crazy adjustment for me like that, but, I'm just willing to do whatever it takes to help my team win. I feel like as a team, we've been doing very good. So, I'm happy.
Spencer.
Hey DJ, how do you think you've grown since your freshman year in becoming a leader and really being a guy that your teammates look up to as now an upperclassman on this team?
I would say really just from experience, just experiencing playing in certain games and playing in certain atmospheres, just knowing like what to do in certain situations or how to react in certain situations. So, that's the main thing I would say, really just experience, just like you said, being an upperclassman, being in college for 3 years, just playing in certain games and experiencing certain things.
Thanks, DJ.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Matt.
Yeah, hey DJ, kind of a two-parter. First part, is this going to be your first time playing in Prudential Center back home?
Uh, I believe so. I remember playing in when I was in high school. We played in Jersey. I forgot the name of the arena though, so I don't want to say yeah or no, but I believe so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I believe so.
Yeah, that was going to be the second part was where you played state that junior year. But I guess just over these past few weeks, what do you think's been clicking most with the team?
Just us coming together. Just playing together, fighting. Most importantly, that's what starts everything. Just how much fight you have, and it starts on. I feel like the defensive end, and everything else will come together itself. But most importantly, that's something coach been preaching to us is that we got to fight. Missing shots and making shots and stuff like that. That's just basketball, so you can't really worry about that stuff. But just really just fighting and going out there having fun, being confident in each other, just knowing that the person you throw the ball to is going to be able to make a play no matter who it is, and just trusting each other. So I feel like that's really the main thing.
Do you have a number of expected family that you think is going to come out for this one?
I couldn't even tell you. I know it's going to be a lot of them, so I don't know.
And then last one, just your thoughts on Darius these last few weeks and just what's impressed you most about him.
He great. His game speaks for itself. In my opinion, he one of the best, if not best, point guard in the country in my eyes. So he been doing good. He been playing good, and I ain't surprised or like I've been seeing it all summer, just going against him and stuff like that in practice. So, I mean, he finally just being able to show everybody else what he can do. He's been doing a great job at it.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Gina, you're muted,
We
Gina.
can't hear you, Gina.
Sorry.
It's
You'd think I'd
okay.
know this by 2025.
You good.
I guess to go off the question about those experiences that you feel like you've had over your first 2+ seasons now, just what are some of those games or those environments or those experiences that you find yourself drawing on? Like, oh, I've seen this before. Oh, I've been in this situation before. Like, give some examples of those.
Just multiple games. Just crazy games with crazy atmospheres, like playing against Kansas, my freshman year, I would say, even like last year playing in the Garden against Michigan. And, in my eyes, any SEC game, just really just being in the SEC speaks for itself. Every game in the SEC, you're gonna fight and it's a battle. So I mean, I feel like them experiences themselves help build me as a player and help me when it comes to experience and stuff like that. So just being able to experience them games and seeing how hard you have to fight in games like that, knowing that every game is going to be close.
Do you find yourself just giving little tidbits to teammates, or do teammates come to you asking, like, okay, what's this going to be like? What should I know? Like, do you find yourself in that situation and in the locker room or like during practices and stuff?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, we always talking. We always talking about upcoming games and conference play and stuff like that. So usually it just happen within the conversation. So we might be talking about something and I might bring up an old game or something like that or conference play and stuff like that. So I mean, it's like a mixture of everything, asking questions, just talking. It just all comes within the conversations.
And yeah, just kind of looking forward too. I know it's like a day by day process for you and for most athletes, but like what are kind of the next priorities for you as you develop your game? What are sort of things you've identified as, all right, this is kind of the next thing to work on, and then I can build onto that, and then I can build onto that.
Really just taking it one day at a time. One day at a time. I'm just staying in the gym. Just trying to get better at everything. Really, not nothing specific right now, especially since we in season. I mean, I feel like there's always room to improve in everything, but just taking it one day at a time and trying to become better as a team.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
William, you good, William? Looks like you might have froze. We'll go to Daniel real quick. Daniel Fair.
Yeah, hey DJ,
What's
I'm
your feelings about?
curious. You guys have got plenty of neutral site opponents, big matchups. How important is it for you to get that kind of experience heading into the start of SEC play and kind of further on into March Madness?
I think it's great. Just going against the teams that we've been going up against. I mean, they all good teams and I mean, they probably all teams that's going to make it to the tournament. So, I mean, they all great teams, well coached, and it's just good to get that experience, just to play against them teams and play in them atmospheres, just knowing that every game is going to be like that, or mostly every game is going to be like that in conference play. So, I mean, it's good to get the experience early and just get prepared for that. And especially for the tournament as well, just knowing that the tournament is not going to be easy at all as well.
Yeah, we talked to Billy about this last night, but on Trevin Brazil, I mean, you were with him last year, you're playing with him this year. What's the biggest difference that you've seen coming out of him, just from your perspective as one of the guards?
Just I mean, he just doing everything. He being a great leader, being a great teammate, and he just being himself. I mean, I'm not surprised about anything he doing. That's something I always knew he could do. So, I mean, him as well. He just showing it to everybody else what he can do. And he showed the last year as well. But I mean, he's been playing good, and I mean, I'm happy to have him on my team.
Appreciate it.
William,
Appreciate you.
looks like you're back with us, William.
Yeah, I'm right here. Um, yeah, DJ. Yeah, DJ. This is William Hathaway from Local Talk Norco Ball as well. I wanted to know your feelings about coming to play in the Never Forget Classic. Even though you're from New Jersey, um, I followed you during your high school career. Great player. What is your feelings and expectations of this game coming up? Against a tough opponent in Houston. Both teams are ranked. How do you feel about coming to Newark, playing in front of your family and friends, and this Never Forget Classic?
First off, it's an honor just to be able to play in this game. Honoring so many great people and honoring such great people. And just to be able to come home, it feels great, playing in front of my family. Not a lot of people get the chance to do that in college, go home and play in front of their people in their home state. So, I mean, I'm excited and I can't wait. And my expectation is just to go out there and have fun. I feel like it's going to be a great game. And I feel like all we just got to do is just prepare, you know, just go out there, have fun, and prepare to fight.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Jackson, you got something?
Yeah, DJ, Cal a couple games ago, he talked about with Carter dealing with expectations and just kind of wanted to ditch that. And as a leader on this team, as a guy that's had expectations, I'm curious, have you had any one-on-one conversations with Carter, and what are you seeing from him now as his game has really started to kind of take off the last few weeks?
Uh, he been doing great. Like you said, coach been saying that to everybody. Really, just don't play with no expectations. Just go out there and have fun. And I mean, he been showing it. The way he been playing. He went out there, especially Texas Tech game. I mean, he went out there and just played his game and did what he do. And I mean, it showed. He looked like he was having fun. Most importantly, and I mean, he was playing amazing. And I mean, that's the Carter we know. That's the Carter we know to be. And I feel like he's gonna continue to keep doing that.
Yeah, TB called the Texas Tech game a personal one, based off how last season ended. Just what was that moment like for the team, for the guys that, were a part of that loss last year? How much just a little boost maybe for the second this late non-conference stretch?
It felt good. It felt great. I mean, as competitors, you always gonna say a game like that is personal, especially to somebody you lost to in a game like that in the Sweet 16. I mean, you could say it was definitely personal. Just the fact that we lost to him, and in that game in March. So, I mean, we all competitors, so just to be able to get that win, it felt good. It's like you got the win back, and it felt good.
You guys lose last year in the tournament. Houston goes on to play for the national title. Did you watch any of do you watch the Final Four? Do you watch the national championship? Are you too bitter after going out, or are you a fan and tuning into those games?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't think I really watched the next game. I might have watched a little bit of the Final Four, but I ain't really watched the championship or nothing like that.
What do you know about, like, I mean, I know you guys haven't watched too much film, but they've got a reputation of, physically tough, really good on defense. Like, what do you know about Houston? Just not even maybe this year's team, but just, what that program is.
Uh, I mean, they're a great program. Like you said, very tough. Very hard working program. I mean, they play very hard. That's the main thing. They skilled, very well coached, but the main thing is that they play hard. They fight no matter who they playing. So, I mean, we know we're gonna have to go out there and fight no matter what.
Talked about Darius already, but last night, 10 assists, zero turnovers. As a guy that's played a lot of point guard, how tough is that to just have the ball in your hand that much and not cough it up, not give extra possessions to the other team?
I mean, that's super tough. That's super tough. Anybody could tell you that. Just being able to make that many plays and not turn the ball over at all. Sometimes a turnover is okay when you making that much plays. And I mean, he ain't have no turnover. So that just goes to show the player he is and, the player he always has been, how great of a player he's been this season and who he is.
Appreciate it, DJ. Enjoy New Jersey,
Appreciate
man.
appreciate you.
Steven.
Hey DJ, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well. First of all, thank you for doing this, but I apologize. I joined a couple minutes late, so I apologize if this was already asked.
I
But given you were a high pedigree freshman under John Calipari, what type of advice have you given to guys like Darius Acuff, Malik Thomas, all your freshman teammates? What type of advice have you given them throughout the process?
Really just to beat ourselves, just to play our games and that coach might be hard on you, but he just coaching you because he care about you. I mean, everything he say just to help you, and he just care about you and he want to see the best for you and help you become the best player you could be. So that's really like the main thing. But I mean, they've been doing good. I ain't really have to really say too much to them because I mean they've been doing good. They picked up on the game fast, and I mean they great players, and I mean they very coachable. So I mean they've been making the process easier for themselves as well.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Anything else for DJ? Doesn't look like it. Oh, sorry, Gina. I don't see your hand. Go ahead, Gina.
That's all right. I just raised my hand again. I mean, how much pride are you taking in being the vet or a vet of this team? Because I mean, again, looking back, you may not have been in this situation a couple years ago, but yeah, how much pride are you taking in being that elder statesman or one of them of this group?
You can say I take a lot of pride in it. I mean, it's just an honor, it's a blessing, to be able to be playing under coach for 3 years, be playing on this team for 3 years. So, I mean, I'm just happy to be here. Whatever I could do to help my teammates out, I'm happy to do it. So, I guess you could say I take a lot of pride in it.
Yeah, and you mentioned before that playing off the ball a little more has not been a huge adjustment, but just when you are kind of shifted into that type of role, like just what are you sort of looking at on the court and where are you sort of finding your spots and seeing the floor? Like just how does that sort of change, how you sort of are used or sort of view every possession when you're not maybe handling the ball quite as much?
I feel like naturally as a hooper, it's like an easy adjustment. You just got, I mean, when you on the ball, you coming off of more screens and stuff like that. You making more reads. I would say when you off the ball, you really reading the defense. Like you seeing what the defense does. First, you watching the defense because you off the ball. So it kind of gives you more time to see what's happening and more time to see a play before it even happens. And I feel like off the ball, you could be, I would say, like more aggressive, like attacking more, stuff like that, just from getting passes and not having the ball in your hands all the time.
Yeah, and the last one for me, I promise. Just got to ask you about your fellow Camden teammate, Billy Richmond. Just where have you seen the most growth in him this season? Just in his second year in the program.
I seen a lot of growth from him, honestly. I mean, he had a great year last year, but he been playing good as well this year. Coach said all the time, he get in the game, the energy going to shift because that's just the type of player he is. He always going hard in practice, and he's been in the gym a lot. It's been showing. He been hitting a lot of jumpers in the games and stuff like that. So, I mean, he been doing very good. And that's something I say he improved in very well, just hitting a lot more open shots.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, DJ, I appreciate your time. Thanks everybody for joining in.
All right,
Appreciate
thank
it.
y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, DJ.